we're back with Harrowings from the Passing Show with Hal Gill, your host. And you can see I'm looking into the window of Kramer Books, one of our independent booksellers here. We have quite a few different volumes that are available, and these are fairly recent for the most part. I particularly am flagging on Malala Yousafzai's Finding My Way, a memoir. She's so young to be writing a memoir, but there you go. Margaret Atwood wrote Book of Lives, a memoir of sorts. I was talking with Lee Penman about that recently. And Jay Sharp, good to see you. Lena had Oz, unsub number 3. There's another one over here, Goliath's Curse, The History and Future of Societal Collapse by Luke Kemp. Also, Who is Government? The Untold Story of Public Service by Michael Lewis. Highly recommended. Thumbed through that a bit. Read the People by Joe Lepore about the Constitution. David McCullough. We have the ability to be well-educated. Capitalism, 1929, Empire of AI. I was not impressed with that one, but, it is what it is. The Lethem Theory, life-changing tool that millions of people can't stop talking about. There are a lot of hype for that book. I was just talking with Jessica Ann about a book I have in mind, right? Was it Jennifer Ann? I can't remember. I think Jessica. But in any case, she's actually interested in helping other people get published. She herself has published a book called Woven in Time. I think about the warp and the woof, the weaving of our lives together a fair amount. As I'm looking here, you're seeing people walking together, figuring out how to get breakfast rather than be breakfast. And that's something we've always had an innate need for. It's a beautiful dog. And beautiful humans.
So I feel like.
As well. I got the light. Okay. Big old SUV over there. There are a lot of those cruising the streets. Good for transport, for Uber Black and Lyft and things. 2 of them in sequence like that. Could be anything. See who's hobnobbing here. Looks my buddy Luke was in Daily Provisions, talking to Ryan, with whom I was fairly tight for a while, but I decided, well, whatever. Onwards. Celinos, click an order ahead. They had actually had a sign up for help, and I didn't get in there in time. It's down now. I don't know if I really want to do that kind of thing, but you never know. I think that it might be interesting to do a little retail. I was actually helping out over Tiny Vinyl in the past year. My friend Ty has started this brick and mortar record store, used and collectible stuff of all sorts, not just vinyl, but it's got other things. I need to stop by there actually and talk to him. But I've got to go to Harris Teeter today as well with my wife. Got to get the recycling out, life stuff. And yeah, so it's all good. Left foot in front of right foot. We're making our way from dawn to dusk, as we people do, so long as there's breath in our bodies. And then someday or another, we'll expire. And it's a temp job. So do what you can with what you have to make this a better world than that in which we live. Thinking of the Pointer Sisters tune, Yes We Can. And we might just do it. I know we can make it. We can make it if we try, but we have to try with a will. Have to actually put our good where it'll do the most. I was talking yesterday about Seva. It restores sight to the needlessly blind. There are many actions that are going on in the world. It's not all doom and gloom. It is what it is. Out on the street. Howdy, where you heading?
To the 9:30 meeting.
Oh, enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's 5 minutes. No, we can make it. Can make it if we try. Walking with somebody? Seems so. Seems he has some company there. Some others. I said he, especially she. That was my friend Lydia, who is ostensibly male. If I'm looking at him, her, but identifies as Lydia, she. Transition isn't really happening. I don't know. There are all kinds of different modes of being in the world. Sir. Sorry, got nothing. I'm not interested in panhandling. I don't want to be harsh, but when it comes down to it, I don't want to enable either. And there are services that we contribute to try to take care of people. Feel like Scrooge sometimes, but I know that it actually does me harm than good to hand money to the homeless. Got some folks here who appear to be shouting. There's been a fair amount of that. I think they've cleared out some of the jails, probably. Gotta say so. Yeah. There's a lot right now. It's a little more dense. Must be the season. DC jails cleared out. Nobody gradually committing crimes to get housed again. I think that may have been what I was witnessing at L Street and 16th yesterday. The emergency vehicles were there. It seemed like someone had been hit by a vehicle. And then we had the terrible thing happen over in Minnesota. Woman shot and killed by an ICE officer who felt threatened. I could see why he might have felt that way. But I don't think using his firearm was the best idea at that particular instance, ending that woman's life. There. Tragic situation and tragic political rhetoric being thrown around, making it worse, polarizing a people. How much are we going to put up with? It's the question, I think, on a lot of people's minds. And I think most people feel pretty powerless over the situation and therefore are going to put up with a lot more. A lot more. Take your life in your hands when you come out on the streets. I love watching these, seeing my own reflection and the ornaments and reflecting on history. I understand the Post Gazette in Pittsburgh is going to be coming to an end May this year. Sunday edition will be the last of the Post Gazette. Not really pleased about that, but it is what it is. Looks like a lot of the decorations are down as it is past the Epiphany. Yesterday was Orthodox Christmas. My wife's family would celebrate that as they were Orthodox out of Ukraine and other Slavic countries. And they identified primarily as Ukrainian, her mother and she. See some dicey maneuvers there, but everybody's come out okay. For now. For now. Crossing time. Heading into the bunker. And if you're with me still, remember every cent that we spend is a vote for the kind of world we are co-creating. Choices we make have ripple effects up and down the supply chain, and we should be mindful. Passing jet airliner up there, I think I might see where it's going. Why don't we do that before I wrap up here? Hey, y'all. Tracy's joined, Alexi's saying hi, and Tracy Henry as well. Good to see you. Alan B. Trottier has joined. Thank you all for being a part of this. Oh, I hear a jet airliner coming up out of National. That might be more interesting for me. I've killed the camera for now so I can look that up. And there it is, flight radar. So we're going to continue and bring it back over to where I is. I can hear the jet. I don't see it quite yet. Oh, there are a couple of way up there. Let's take a look. As I'm looking off in that direction, can't tell. I hear, don't see, but I hear a jet going by from DCA to Boston. RPA 4366, American Eagle. And these guys way up there, way down stream from where I am. So I watch them go by. Let's see, they're heading north. I can't tell. I'm unsure who they are or where they are. That's weird. Let's turn this direction. That guy's at 11,000 feet. Would that be correct? No. It's more likely New York to Greensboro, Boston to Tampa. Passing by at high level right now. New York to Jacksonville. It's at 34,000 feet. Just passed by. And that one. So swing, I don't see him. Atmosphere is kind of different. Yeah. He's at 33,000 feet. That's probably him right there. I'm going to turn this off. Turn you guys back on. There you go. There's a little contrail way up there. Flight to Jacksonville. It's possible. I suppose. Then it's heading north. So I don't know. It's very difficult for me to tell who's who. I'm going to have to work on that. There's another jet going up out of National that I'll be able to get him. Let me just take a look at that one real quick. And he's DCA to Rochester. You can hear his jets. There he goes. He's an American Eagle as well. Mitsubishi? I don't know. Is it really him? I don't think so. I think what I'm looking at is Washington to San Diego. That's more like it, a 737. Should be clearing the top of the Washington. There he goes. Yeah, that's looking more like a 737. There he goes. Anyway, I'll turn this off again and turn you guys back on. I like doing that. Chloe Savage is with us. Hey. Nothing much new, just a little bit of the passing show. Who, what, when, and where. Raw documentation of life here in Washington, D.C. I 'd D-74 bus swinging by. Cars going up and down Florida Avenue. It is what it is. There's a squirrel. One of our squirrel friends. He's in good health. Leaping along. Heading up trim back crepe myrtle. I have to trim those things back pretty hard. And I climbing up, looking at our weathered wreaths. The season still up. Looking back down 21st Street, back into the bunker's garden. Be time to get the recycling out. And thanks you for joining us. I always appreciate anybody looking in on the passing show out here.